So today we're going to be making a one up, one down Plaice rig. So it's just a one up, one down rig basically with a few added extras like attractors and stuff like that. So we'll get on with that in a moment. But I just want to show you this new rig winder box I bought. It's not designed for rig winders, but as you can see, the rig winders fit nicely in the box. Holds a lot of rig winders, so you can get like 3 in each compartment. So I'll make up a lot of rigs that I'll just keep at home, and when I go out to target different species, I'll take that sort of rigs that I need with me. So this has got 6 rows of 3, each holding 3. So that's 9 in each row. So that's 54 rigs. So I've got 51 in mine, plus a box of pins that I just bought extra just to hold the rigs on the winders. So yeah, it's just quite a handy box to have. So like I said, I'll take, if I'm going to target Plaice, then I'll take the rigs I need for Plaice. I'll put them into this box, and that's the box I'll take with me. But it's just handy to have all your rigs made up at home, ready to go. So yeah, that's what I'll do. But if anyone wants to know more about where I got this from, then let me know, and I'll leave a link in the description below. So what we'll do then, we'll get on and we'll make that one up, one down Plaice rig. So I'm going to keep this as basic as I possibly can. If any of you have seen my videos before, you know I like to use stop knots instead of crimps, but I'm going to use crimps on this rig just to show you, you know, as quickly and easily as I can show you. So you're going to need some rig body. I'm going to use 60-pound Power Flex it's an orange colour, just to show you. I'll probably use clear usually in my rigs, but just for the purpose of the video, I'm going to use an orange rig body. I'm going to use 15 pounds amnesia in clear for the snoods. You're also going to need a lead link, so I'm going to use a Gemini lead link. I'm going to use a 100 pound swivel breaking strain. You need 2 smaller swivels. These are for the snoods, and they will be, I think they're about 50-60 pounds breaking strain. Maybe a little less than that, I'm not quite sure. Then you're going to need, if I can pick them up, 4 of these little crimps. So I've got 4 of them. Then some beads. For the rig body, you're going to need 4 beads. I'm using these little micro 3mm ones. I like to use them on the rig body, keep it a bit more streamlined. Although on this rig, the attractors we're going to use are, I think they're 5mm for the snoods. So I've got a few attractors I should show you in a bit. I've also got these, I think these Sea Glow squid scented attractors, and they stink, which has got to be a good thing. So I might put a couple of them on, but I won't do that obviously till I'm fishing. So I just go over the hooks, or alternatively I could just put the Sea Glow attractors on now and just keep them on. So yeah, so right, I'll get my snips out. The first thing you need to do is you only need about, this is a one up, one down, so 3 to 4 foot. So measure that out, just roughly. Just this to one side. And just snip that off, slight angle as always. So you got your 4 foot, 3 to 4 foot snood rig body, and all we're going to do to the top of that is tie the bigger swivel, about 100 pound breaking strain I'm sure this is. So just tie a knot in that, whatever knot you use. I'm going to use just a blood knot. Obviously wet it, put it nice and tight. It gives a nice neat knot. the rigs I'm using, I usually use a grinner knot, but just to show you, just for make it a bit quicker and easier, just tie that knot onto that rig body. You need to slide first crimp, slide it all the way down to the top. Then you're going to need one of your beads, whatever you're using. Again, I'm using the 3mm ones for the snood. Slide that first one on, then one of the smaller snood swivels, then another small bead, and you don't have to use small beads on the rig body, but I just like to. You can use anything, I would say probably up to about 5-6mm beads on snoods. You don't want to go too much bigger because it won't be a streamline with the cast. And slide down the final bead for that section, so that's the top section. So I'm going to give you a bit of a close up on that one. So you got the swivel in my hand, you got crimp, bead, snood swivel, bead and a crimp. And all you're going to do for the next set is repeat that pattern. So another crimp, bead, swivel, bead, crimp. So repeat that, and then we'll get to the next step. Okay, so I'll skip that part of the video. No point showing you that again. So all I've done is just separate them and I'll show you again. Okay, so we've got the first set that I showed you. I just repeated that, so another crimp, bead, snood, a bead and a crimp. So you've got two sets of that components on the rig body. Okay, when you've done that, final thing to do on the rig body is just tie on the weight clip. Again, I'll just show you the same knot. Just 4 turns round through the loop, moisten and tighten. Sometimes helps you put something on the end like a weight, just to help pull that tight. And that's that. Just snip off the tag end. Just leave 2 or 3mm just sticking out of that tag, just in case there's any slippage. And that's the rig body complete, apart from crimping it up. So let's say it's a 1 up, 1 down. So from the top swivel, come down maybe an inch or 2. So just about 2 inches, and then you can crimp your first crimp into place. That one's in place, and then I like to leave a little bit of a gap where I'm crimping, just so there's a bit of play between the beads and the crimps. So just a few mil, just so it's got a little bit of room to move, so that way the swivel can sit nicely down the rig body. And the same at the bottom. Come be a couple of inches up, 1-2 inches up from the weight clip and crimp that in place. Exactly the same as the top, leave that little bit of gap. Yeah, that's that. That's completed now, the rig body. Snoods. Again, I'm using the clear Amnesia 15 £, so tie to the top swivel. Again, any knot you like. I'm just going to do 5 to 6 turns and then through the loop. Pull that tight. Don't wet the Amnesia line. It doesn't knot as well if you wet it. I don't know why, but it seems to stick and it doesn't pull tight. So trim off the tag end, again about 2-3 mil, and then you'll need to run the rig body and the snood down between your thumb and your forefinger. Run that down towards the next set of components and then snip off probably about 1 to 2 inches above that. Then onto that you'll need to put a small length of rig tubing, probably a couple of mil. Just slide that on just for a stop knot. Go through that again, make a loop and then go through that again. Don't knot it. And then pull that tight and that will turn in on itself and form a stop knot. Then onto that, just slide some attractors. I'm going to use the green and black, seems to be the popular pattern for Plaice. I think the colours are supposed to represent the P mussels that they feed on, P mussel beds. So it's sort of translucent green and black. So we'll put some green and black beads on. Put on as many as you like. I'm just going to put on half a dozen of mixed green and black. You can use sequins and stuff. Again, they're very inquisitive Plaice, so if they see a little flash or a little bit of colour in the water or even a bit of movement, they'll come and investigate, hopefully take your bait. So just put the beads on. And when they're in place, tie a smallish hook. So just a hook big enough just to hold a worm bait. I think these are size 2, so again just as 4 or 5 turns and then through the loop and then put it tight. Again, don't wet the Amnesia. So snip, leaving a 2 or 3 mil tag end. And you can pull the stop knot down towards the hook and then you can, that'll be held in place so the beads won't travel up the line or the bait in the cast, or when it impacts the water won't push the bait off the hook. Then onto that I'm just going to slide one sea glow attractor. Really good, these really glow well. And then when I get to the beach or wherever I'm fishing, whatever venue I'm fishing, I've always got the option to put one of these smelly squid sea glow attractors on, just for a bit of extra attraction. So repeat that snood, exactly the same on the bottom swivel, same length as snood, just hanging down from the weight. And when I've done that, I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've done that on the bottom snood, exactly the same. So I've just used a few less beads on this one, but again, you can use as many or as little as you like. Add sequins, whatever you like. So when you've tied that second one, then that's the rig complete. So just put your weight on the lead link at the bottom, and then your bottom snood, get it, will just hang down from the weight, just hang below the weight, and then your top snood, this one will clip to your main line or your shock leader. So you've got the top snood going down towards the weight, and then the bottom snood hanging below the weight, and that's the rig complete. So all I've got left to do now is just to wind that on the rig winder. So this will go on the 1 up 1 down size 2 hook Plaice rig winder. Find a pin, so I'll just pin that in place and start to wrap round till I reach the first snood hook, and that snood hook I'll just pop into the side of the rig winder and carry on winding it round until I get to the last snood, and again just plonk that inside. So that's the rig finished on the rig winder, and that can just go away in the I want to show you again, into the rig box, ready for when I need it. So thanks a lot guys for watching. If you haven't done already, I appreciate if you can subscribe. Trying to reach that 500 mark now. I think we're currently at about 400 subscribers. So if you could like and subscribe, that'd be great. Just one last thing to show you quickly. I've had these Trident hangover clips come through. To be honest, they're a little bit smaller than I expected. The groove is very small, so I'm not sure how well that's going to sit in there during the cast, if it just might pop out. But I haven't tried them, so I don't know. I'm sure they'll be fine, but the next rig I make, I'll probably incorporate these. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and please remember to like and subscribe. Again, if you want the details of the rig box that I showed you, just leave a comment and I'll leave the details. Okay, cheers guys, see you on the next one.